Good evening. Welcome back to Steptoe's Yard for yet another update. This one, finally, well, it's not the one I wanted to do, but this one's going to be about the Saab, mainly about the bumper, because I've been doing loads of finicky, crappy welding and on little brackets, and just while I've got the weather. So uh, I'm at the moment I'm putting the Aero kit on at the front, and the this is my near side, the left hand side. The studs were broke, so I've had to put new threaded bar. Sorry, there. I've had to put new threaded bar on the bracket. That goes on to uh, here, down here. If you can see, there's another one to go on there, so it goes on through there, and then bolts to the Aero kit. I'll show you the front of the car in a separate video, because once I've got this done and torqued all the front suspension up, it's ready to drop. But what I've been doing is I've been doing loads and loads of T-bag welding, because this is the rear bumper assembly, and when I had all the wings and the finishing plates shot blasted, there was a lot of, like I say, lots of T-bag holes, which I've had to weld with a non-ferrous metal brass or copper plate at the back, and then sort of plug weld all the little tiny holes in. So I'll do this, and I'll show you the sort of the components of the flat nose bumper, because once it's all together, that's it. Then it's done for my lifetime. So you've got your outer shell, you've got an inner uh, plastic. There's two of them on the bumper on the inside, and then you've got all your little sort of egg box sections that are all separate. Now these do locate into, if you can sort of, I don't know if you can see that, just down here, they do actually locate, because on your aluminium strengthening beam, you've got the bars that actually run in these sections here. Done all the plates. I still can't understand why that side is riveted. Sorry, has a rivet and a spring, and yet the other side doesn't. So if anybody knows, you could probably let me know. So the rear bumper consists of, obviously, the honeycomb sections, then your main aluminium beam. Now, it's a common fault, so I believe. The problem I had was my studs had snapped, and this bar here, or the bars that run through, it's captive. So it's been a real awkward bit of fabrication trying to re-weld these studs back in. But anyway, they're done. So it's as far as the flat nose is, you've got your wings, your two corner wings. You've got your main plate that runs the full length of the inside. This, your aluminium plate, goes inside the actual plastic of the bumper, and then your finishing plate clamps the whole lot together. Now that's clamped with these 14 screws in total. There's all my screws there. They've been in the flow liner, phosphoric acid, and they're all original. Everything is original. They've all been coated, but there is a right way and a wrong way. The bolts here, this, if you see the two wider ones, they go to the top of the bumper, not the bottom. I'm not quite sure if it makes a difference, but anyway, that's according to the Saab drawing. Then you've got your middle buffer, which isn't attached, but it does have a weather seal. on there, so that is like a foam back seal that fits to the rear valance of the car. Your finishing plates, which fit in the corner underneath the light units, like that. Sorry, there. So those are your finishing plates. They're held on to these brackets via 4 little tiny self-tapping screws and washers. So there's 4 of those. I'm going to replace those with stainless steel because they're a bit of a rust trap. So I'm waiting for those. I've ordered those, but they're only tiny. But I want them in stainless steel. So quite self-explanatory. You finishing plate, your internal goes in, your finishing plate goes over the top. You've got your these 2 brackets, one either side, and then you've got your angle plates for your finishing plate that goes onto there. Sorry, like that, with the 4 little Phillips screws. And obviously that you don't really see those because they're mainly underneath your lights or your rear light clusters. I'm going to grease all these up, because this is where that fastens to the bumper irons on the corner, and obviously they're really heavy duty, but a bit of a rust trap, and hence why I'd snap 3, 1, 2. That one's original. I'd snap the 3 off, so I've had to put 3 new pieces of threaded bar in there, and then that fastens underneath the car to your bumper irons, and that's basically it for the rear bumper. But I just thought I'd show you while it's all apart, because like I say, once it goes back together, that's it, and then I'll DA all the bumper off, either try and polish it, or what I've done here, I've just used some bumper coat. It's like it's more of like a rubberized paint, which actually, if I can get the rest of the bumper, I might actually paint the bumpers, even though I need a good key because I don't want it to start flaking off. The back bumpers in really sound condition, and also, well, if any of these are damaged, that's a good sign that you've actually had the car's had a bump, which obviously this hasn't. But you can sort of see there's a plastic sheet down at the bottom. They're fastened in there. The centre one has this square hole. Can't get any of them out now. Just bear with me. There, that's your concertina there. And you can see the finishing lugs down there. They sit into these recesses. There's 2 recesses. So they're like locating recesses in the actual honeycomb sections. The later models, the slant nose models, I think this honeycomb was all in one. Whereas with the 84 to 86, obviously flat nose, you could buy these as a separate part back in the day. Obviously, rare as rocking or dung nowadays. But so this is just a short video because, say, once it's together, I won't be able to show you. But that's sort of the components of the internals of a flat nose bumper. 14 screws. All this has been done in 2K satin black. So I'm ready for to hopefully just finish this Aero kit off on the front of the car. Put the screws in, do the torques. I've still got the aircon line that I've got to sort out where that's broke, but all the lower air cons in, the oil coolers back in. I've got my filter housing to go back on, but I will do that in a separate video. I just want to temporarily get this kit married up, and I've got the little brackets that go on the inner wing. They need riveting on, but apart from that, the front's done. It's start a bit of engine dressing. I can get it off its axle stands, turn it round, and start working on the rest. The bit of welding to do in the boot floor. Probably seen some of that on my earlier videos, but I'll do more of a full video when I get this when I get it dropped. But nice to finally get this. Is the last bit of welding for the front end, and near enough the majority of the whole car. I've just got a bit on the near side that I need to do. So there you go. That's the internals of a flat nose bumper. For those that are interested, I mean, and as always with me in Steptoe's Yard, the mandatory can of Heineken. Look after yourself. See you soon.